Okay, guys, I got a really brief unboxing. I know I always say that, brief, but I don't want to spend too much time. It's a special treat tonight. A buddy of mine from the group I game with, he really wants to show off Food Chain Magnate to his brother and his friends and things. And you know, the more people we can get to play it, the better everything's gonna be. It'll hit the table more often and whatnot. So let me adjust my tripod a little bit. It's almost falling off the table. Whoops. But so, and I was gonna let him borrow it. No big deal. Like I said, the more people who get exposed to it, who enjoy it, the more often we can bring it to the table, and that's all on the up and up for me. But he was like, you know, check out my game list, and if there's something you want to try, then go ahead. And so I looked, and now, you know, he and I like a lot of different stuff, and the few things that we both really enjoy. I mean, I still want to try out viticulture, but I don't know, I kind of have to be in the mood for kind of a long game that I'm not curious about. So, anyways, he offered up Star Wars Rebellion, but the copy that he had pre-ordered was damaged, so he's got to send it back to the vendor. So, you know, I told him, well, the only other thing that I'm really curious about is Fury of Dracula, and he has been wanting to play it, and he even asked me if I would try it out with him, and I said yeah, but we never got around to setting a day to check it out. So he brought it, and I'm going to see if I can try it out with my brother tomorrow. I don't know if anyone else will join us. I mean, it's kind of I have Spectre Ops, and that's like, this is it's a cat and mouse game, like this, but not like this. Because I watched the gameplay video, or the how-to video from Shut Up and Sit Down, and this is like, this is the rich story that you want when you want to become a vampire hunter. So without further ado, do some unboxing. I think he said he didn't think there was anything in shrink, but already I'm looking at the game board, and that's got plastic on it. So so yeah, maybe that's the only thing left with plastic on it. But so we have this big, looks like character sheets, or character playmats, and a summary of the board. Maybe they're like player guides, so you don't have to memorize the game board. You can just pass around this little tiny thing. Yeah, I mean, they got all the key cities, and I mean, I know there are different routes. Well, I guess they have them on here. They have like the old railroads and the modern routes and things like that. So, so there's that, and then you have the Vampire Hunters, Lord Godalming. I'm gonna slaughter these names because I don't really know the mythos of it. Dr. John Seward, Van Helsing. Wow, Hugh Jackman really made Van Helsing look like some really young badass. I mean, they had to be young at some point, but there's a picture of an old man here. Mina Harker and Dracula himself. So, got some good stuff here, and it has their abilities, their whatchamacallit, their occupation and traits. So like Van Helsing, for example, he's a leader. When he trades, he may choose to trade event cards instead of item cards with a hunter in any city. So I guess you got to be, you know, obviously you want to be in the same city, or maybe in a safe place to trade stuff. I think that's what I remember from the Shut Up and Sit Down overview. But he can go to any city and do that kind of stuff. And he's also strong-willed, so he has 2 bite spaces. Oh yeah, so bite there and bite there. Everyone else looks like they only have 1 bite space, so it's a pretty tough guy. He's defeated when he would get the 3rd one. So I guess you only get one bite, or 2 bites for everyone else. And then you're kind of hosed. So yeah, there's that. We'll put that back in the sleeve. It's a really big bag. I wonder what else came in this thing. Besides the map card. I mean, the instruction book is too big to fit in that sleeve. So, I wonder. It's creased pretty good. So, there's a good chance that it's just this stuff that came in there. But maybe it's some ads and things. You know how, like, you open up video games, if you're a video gamer, and you know, on top of the instructions and everything, all the promos and the junk you don't really want. Here is Learn to Play. You got the rules are actually very thin. I have my my English rules for. Finally got that for Zombicide, and I did like a brief unboxing for this too on unenveloping or whatever you want to call it. And I'm really disappointed with. I just have to say this. I have to reset my phone, which is my main camera, for recording this kind of stuff. And the packaging for this was mostly sealed envelope and cardboard backing, and it was raining that day, so it was moist. And so, anyways, my instruction book is all like the corners are kind of dinged up, and no, I don't need it to be all perfect. You know, it's just a reference for me. But come on now, it just could have been so much better. And now, for presentation's sake, when I want to show off my Zombicide game, I gotta show the French instructions because the English instructions are just all battered. It looks like I abused it, and that's just how it came. It also came a lot thicker. I have to go back and look at the instructions that I have in the box, the French ones. I'm pretty sure these are a lot thicker. I'm not sure why. I think it has multiple languages. Maybe there's more languages in here. I don't know. Anyways, back to Fear of Dracula. The instruction book is very thin. I don't know if I can't see the camera. I can't see the screen, but hopefully you can see the difference in the thicknesses. I mean, this is really like a pamphlet compared to the Zombicide book. It's really a book. But you get two. You get the strict instructions. Oh, there's the ads right there. It's Fantasy Flight, so you get the little advertisement of all the cool stuff you can get in addition. Yeah, there's that. I didn't press out all the air out of this. Just one moment. So, and then you have the rules reference. So you have the Learn to Play. I wonder if it has a step-by-step scenario in here. Who knows? I tried to play Dragon Ball Z, the dueling deck game. Oh, that was awful. It was awful. But I'm always curious about card games. You know, still trying to shake the urge to play Magic. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm one of those people who can't help but like buy fat packs and all sorts of stuff that I don't really need because I'm not a tournament player. Just want to see all those goodies. And you can probably tell I've got like some level of ADD. I always get distracted. So anyway, so Learn to Play. This looks like straight up rules, and then you have a separate book, the rules reference for. Oh yeah, this is like the Dungeon Master screen. All the key things, all the. And it feels like a different kind of paper. There is a background, and this looks like a brick pattern. What do you call it? Like watermark or something. Oh yeah, it's the same. It's just it looks a little more drab here because it's just all words, and this one has pictures in it. So you have all this reference, and all broken out. Got the fancy text, Old English or whatever, on there. Yeah, yeah. This is cool. This is cool. More games need stuff like this, especially when it's chock full of stuff. You know, with the how to play reference or how to play, learn to play overview, and the rules reference. So, oh, see, he had it backwards. So he said he thinks the cardboard still needed punching, but he punched all those out. Of course, you first get the game, he punched everything out. He's got the cards here. I don't know if it came with the bags. Probably not, because otherwise there would be bags for tokens, I would think. So he has that. There's this flap here. I don't know what. Uh oh, lost a blood token. I'll pull the insert out. So there's a token right here. It's sliding behind the insert, which is annoying. Probably give him more bags. I have tons of bags. Got little miniatures. They're not super detailed, but they're detailed enough. I mean, Dracula looks like a Cookie Monster or something. You know, if Draw Labs, Artipia Games, these miniatures are not super detailed, but they're detailed enough that you can tell the difference between the heroes and Dracula and all that. And if you had done the same with your aliens, instead of making them blobs, I'm so, there's so much stuff going on, and I feel so frustrated because I pre-ordered Project Elite. I just missed the campaign, so I watched the feeds and stuff, and people complaining. I want to be one of those people, and it's like, give me my freaking game. Paid a lot of money for it. Give it to me, and put some detailed miniatures in there like you promised. But I can't because I'm not part of the Kickstarter. So I guess it could be on Reddit or something, but I don't want to have to go search around for those forums and risk getting banned because I whine too loudly on the forums. Anyway, so you got these little tiny minis. They're not really tiny, but they're pretty small. They're even smaller than the Sentinels of the Multiverse, Sentinels Tactics. They're smaller than those minis, right? No figurines, but the game board is still in plastic, and I'm gonna rip into this. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, get that unbox. The game board. It's big. I know it's big. I've seen it. Actually, it might not be a good idea. It's going to be at least 4.5 times bigger. I mean, it's square, but there's it's like folded twice or 3 times. I don't know how many panels. It's big, and it would take up the majority of my table, and it's cluttered right now. I just cleared up enough space to do the unboxing. I'll do that at my brother's house. In the meantime, I'm going to pull out this insert. Got the tokens. I know there's a clock somewhere. On the board, maybe. Maybe it's... Oh, that's right. So you set a token down, and it just goes around the compass. Ah! So anyways, you got bite tokens and wound tokens or hearts. You got markers, right? Travel tokens, I'm guessing. These trains. Oh no, these are these are like your tickets. So yeah, they are train passes, but the numbers tell you how many spaces you can move on certain lines. So like they have the old route and the modern route. I don't know which one is which. Probably the modern route gets you further. So they have that. And the only thing I know about this game, other than it's a cat and mouse game, hidden movement type thing, is all the stuff I learned was from various reviews and things, because this is like 2nd edition, I think, or 3rd edition. It's a newer edition from the one that was super hard to find. You know, I've seen the old version, and I'm really pleased with how they've updated it. I couldn't tell you how the gameplay is because, like I said, I've never played it before. I didn't say that, but I mean, that's all I knew about it were the reviews. So obviously I haven't played it before. So, guys, I've seen how the old game board looks and how this current one looks, the card comparisons, component comparisons, and things like that, and this is really, it's really a treat. And thanks, Kyle, for again for loaning this to me. Food Chain Magnate is still one of my favorite games, even though I've only played it a few times. But we definitely have to bring that to the table more often. And this game, games like this, I want to be playing more too. I'm in the middle between. I want to call them semi-epics. I mean, I just like long games, games that don't feel long. You don't feel the length of it. You know, games that keep you engaged. And Food Chain Magnate is one of them because all the phases happen at the same time. Well, it's in turn order, but everyone experiences it at the same time. Phase 1 happens, and then you resolve that in turn order. Phase 2 happens. You know, you go down that way. You don't wait for someone to go through all the 11 phases, and then you do it again. So there's virtually no downtime. So I know this game, if Spectre Ops is any reflection on it, there will be some downtime, but you're still engaged. It's still an ongoing mystery. The story is developing before your eyes because even though Dracula's moving, the hunters have to investigate. They have to do damage control for one thing, because Dracula can go around biting people and making new vampires, and then they have to go around. They have to worry about fighting Dracula, which, by the way, I think leaves so much to be desired of how they fight. But the I mean, only gameplay experience will really dictate how interesting that's going to be. But I saw how it works. It didn't thrill me a whole lot, but I mean, Spectre Ops is Fury of Dracula light. It's a quick game. It can be a quick game. Last time I played was actually kind of long. But Fury of Dracula, it says on the box 2 or 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, right? So you know it's gonna be an afternoon, and so you want it to be interesting. So Dracula's running around, but he's not super. You know, he's not Superman. He's just Dracula, so he can still die. And let's see. Doesn't say it on this half. It's probably on the back. But anyways, it's gonna be at least 2 or 3 hours. So, yeah. So anyways, so Dracula's doing his thing. Investigators or the hunters are looking for him, anticipating his moves, and then Dracula's got to worry about, you know, all these hunters. It's for two to the 5 players. So I don't know if I'll have to look into it. I think if you're going to be hunting Dracula, my guess is if you're only doing 2 people, one guy is going to have 2 hunters. That's just my guess. I'll have to look in the book and actually see. But I can't see how fun it would be going around one-on-one. You know, maybe in real life that would be something cool, but in the board game, I think it could get really boring. So I'm guessing one person's going to be controlling multiple heroes, at least 2, to make it interesting for a 2-player game. So, I don't know, well, with that, that's the whole thing. You got some tokens, some cards. There's a lot of space. This divider is actually... you got this right here, this middle third of the divider, and then the rest of it, the other 2/3, almost take up. They almost come to the top of the box rim. You know, it's just room for the board and the instructions, and that's it. I'm gonna treat you, Kyle. I'm gonna treat your tokens to some baggies because I have several. I have plenty. So, anyways, that's my super brief unboxing. Was it like 20 minutes? A little banter, a little ranting. It was one of my videos, but I'm a little ranting about something else, completely unrelated. So, but it's late. It's after midnight, and I want to go through the instructions. I have some gaming tomorrow with a bunch of people who are not into heavier games like myself. And there will be a lot of kids running around and making noise. And I don't hate kids. I'm an introvert. And they suck the life out of me. So I'm not looking forward to that. But I want to see my nephew. And I want to see him have fun with his friends. So, anyways, Fear of Dracula, some Zombicide ranting, some Project Elite ranting, and some babbling about other BS. I will come back on video and give some of my first impressions of the game. And hopefully I can get together with Kyle and we can stalk Dracula. We can go hunt him down. So, good night, folks. Thanks for watching.